What's up YouTube? In this video I have for you my first attempt at pouring silver, and at the end you'll see my first set of silver bars. But first you'll see my first shipment of the actual furnace coming in. I've put together multiple videos over multiple days, and this is just when it arrived. In a nice box filled with styrofoam and a warning label. So always make sure you take your safety precautions. Next is the silver bars I'll be using. I'm using brand new bars that I got from A-Mark and Sunshine Mint, the JM Bullion deal, spot deal for new customers, and when Sunshine Mint had a sale on eBay. One of the first things that I had to do was to break in the crucible or season the crucible by slowly warming it up, waiting, and then warming it up some more. But I had to add a fan and leave the crucible in because there was just too much smoke coming out, and I have a sprinkler system just above me. With the crucible all seasoned and ready to go, and all the moisture burnt out and impurities burnt out, I decided the first thing that I'll do is make some shot with those big bars that you saw. I was showing some Silvertown bars, but I never got to melting those. And as you can see, when I'm fiddling with the top, I'm not even used to using it, so I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I can't even pick it up, and it's just awkward. So like I said, the first thing that I thought I would do was make some silver shot because it's easy. All I have to do is pour it in a pot full of ice. And here we go. Alright, after watching the tape, I realized that I made a couple of mistakes, and even the results, the finished silver showed me that I made a few mistakes. Other than handling the tongs awkwardly and quite amateurish, it was very difficult to pour, so I adjusted how I handled the tongs after that. And also here's just a cool, I love that. So here's a look at the finished silver. Not quite silver shot. They ended up being these huge chunks, and that was mainly because I poured all the silver in the same spot, thinking that once it hit the ice, it would solidify, but it didn't end up solidifying because I used too small of a pot. Go figure. Alright, after a little bit of practice, I finally realized I need to adjust the crucible before I lift it out so that it's in good pouring position. But what did I do next? I burnt my table. That's right. If you noticed, I'm actually outside on my patio, and earlier in the daytime when I was pouring the silver shot, I actually had people walking by and staring at me while I was pouring it. So I ended up waiting until later in the night to pour the rest of the silver because it was kind of awkward. After a while, I started to get into a bit of a rhythm, and I just started pouring bar after bar. I didn't pour that many, so there's only 4 of them, because I realized being outside and with the air temps, the ambient air temp in the 50s, that the cooling was happening a bit fast, and I wasn't getting the type of bar that I was hoping for. But at the same time, it was actually kind of cool because it was solidifying as I was pouring it. So I ended up on the first ones, you can see the layers of pouring and solidification, and the later ones where I just started pouring less, just where it was hot, while it was hot. As mentioned, after a while I started handling the furnace a little bit better, and I also handled the crucible a bit better. I got the crucible in the position that I was looking for, but I still constantly burn my table. But I'll put something down there for the next time. Those windows up there that you see, those are actually people's bedrooms, so it's just one of those things where it's When they look out their window, I'm sure people are thinking I'm cooking some sort of stuff. Here we go for the last pour of the night. This was one of the most epic pours of the entire night, and you'll see exactly why in a moment. You know, I thought everything was going to go smooth. It's just going to be the last pour. It's just the final material left. And everything, I'm confident in my pours, and then I'm like, oh, is there anything left? So I ended up spilling a good half an ounce to an ounce on the floor because I'm a total noob and I don't know how to handle tools. But that is the price to pay to do it. And here's a look at the finished bars from in the order of pours from left to right. As you can see, I get better control of the pour lines as I get through it. So here's a look at the finished product and the first 4 different style bars that I finally decided to stamp. I don't have the weight and the purity on them just yet, but I'll get them on there. For now, I wanted to test the purity, and so each of you can follow along. So these are each 99.99 fine silver. So it's 4 nines fine silver. I thought it was interesting because these were mainly from those bars that I showed you earlier, the Sunshine Mint bars. So it's kind of cool. I'm not sure if I refined them a little bit because they were originally 3 nines, but I'll take 4 nines fine. If you have a moment, let me know in the comment section below which style you like for the stamps. And also let me know if you enjoy these types of videos or if I should stick to regular programming. So these are kind of fun to make, but they do take a long time to make, and if they do get a lot of thumbs down, then I'm definitely not going to be making them because it takes up quite a bit of time. But it is fun just to pour, so I will be doing that in the future. I don't know how often I can pour, but I'll probably do it occasionally. Until then, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video, and I will see you on the next one.